Pesticides 2019. A lot of changes. One of which is that the worker protection standard for workers is now an every year training, whereas it used to be every 5 years for your workers. Separate from that, we have what's called mixer, loader, applicator, mechanic, and supervisor training. Those all come under handler, and those trainings are much more complex than they ever have been. So please, whatever you're doing, you have to have a certified trainer, and you have to have the training done correctly here in California. In other states outside of California, the curriculum actually has to be approved by the EPA. In California, the California DPR says it must adhere to California regs, and if it does that, it is certified. Those people requiring pesticide training are very broad. In agriculture, every person as a mixer, loader, applicator, or as a handler has to have training at one level or another. Whereas if you were in a greenhouse, cemetery, roadside application of pesticides, that's similar training, but a little more specific to what goes on in those arenas, like landscaping and the like. What chemicals need training? Pesticide training is required for any pesticide that has an EPA number. And sometimes the pesticide is not really a pesticide. It could be an adjuvant or a surfactant. If it has an EPA number, that specifically has to be trained, and that information given to the mixer, loader, applicator, worker, or whatever. Okay. Our up and down or pesticide training, it goes on all year long, frankly. But we do the last several months of the year where people are just putting on their dormant spray. We get very busy. And then we get very, very busy in pesticides in January, February, March, April, and May. And it still stays high, but not quite at the peak that it is during those months. The regs have changed with pesticides in schools. Within a quarter of a mile, they are having some buffer zones where you cannot do that during school hours. So agricultural personnel, if the school is closed for the Christmas vacation, for the weekend, and there are no recreational activities at the school, they can go in and spray as long as the REI, which is the re-entry interval, is finished before school begins.